Hey yo, what's up? It's your boy Blacc.
Shock Passe, it's your boy Jay.
What's going on? It's your boy MX Rich.
And this is Keep in Mind.
You know what I mean?
What's going on, everybody?
First episode.
This is the pilot episode of our podcast.
So please keep in mind that we might fuck up.
Yo, bear with us, man, please. You know what I'm saying? We learning this whole thing from scratch, baby.
Shooting the shit. Just three guys.
Three guys. We ain't got nobody recording us. We ain't got nobody like it's all us. You know what I mean? So
dead ass. Keep in mind, we are not professionals here, but we just three dudes who shooting the shit, just having fun.
I'm a professional.
Well, maybe not in this though, bro. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not in this though.
Blacc with the ASMR. You know?
He said I'm a professional. Yeah.
We want to first thing before anything else.
First things first.
Today is April 4th, 2021.
Mm-hmm.
As you may know, DMX had a situation. We don't really know the circumstances of the situation, but we do want to say that we want to keep him in our prayers. Whatever you believe in, whoever you pray to, you know, just
listen. Make sure you keep
Dogman X.
There you go.
Earl Simmons, a.k.a. Dogman X, a.k.a. DMX.
Yes,
a.k.a.
The dog,
the
man.
Big dog.
You know what I'm saying? This is
Keep
a person.
Prayers, y'all.
This is a person who was responsible for raising me for part of my life, man. Especially with the type of poetry he came out with, man. He was definitely the realest dude. So I definitely want to keep him in mind.
Yo, favorite DMX song. Favorite DMX song.
Ooh, come on now. We gonna do that?
Hey, yo, I'm slipping.
Come on.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Damn, man. Yo.
Or Damien. What else is skit? But fucking
Yo.
What these bitches want from
a
a nigga?
With him. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I definitely always liked the shit with all the names. It was Keisha, Brenda.
What these bitches want from a nigga?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the same shit. Yeah.
I think Slip and Falling because of the message.
Yeah.
I feel like
that and I really liked him introducing Drag On.
Ooh, Drag On was nice. The
I
laptop.
thought Drag
On the
On was
laptop.
gonna be fire.
Well, Drag On is fire, nigga. What the fuck you
Drag
talking
On
about?
was fire.
I thought Drag On was
Drag On is fire,
I thought
nigga.
Drag On was gonna be more
That
fire
dude is ill.
than that.
Drag On, Drag was fire. Drag was
but
fire.
if you definitely gonna ask me,
What's your favorite
it's gonna be Rough Riders anthem. It's one thing.
Introducing you to Drag On and even you know what I mean?
Rough Riders anthem had me in the club feeling like I could take my shirt off and punch anyone.
Dog gone.
My dog's gone.
And then we don't shut it down, so enough.
But we had them like,
ooh,
not in like,
no.
What, baby? That's a Rough Rider.
Dead ass, man.
I
mean,
But respect to DMX, man.
Yo, dead ass, man.
Earl
Simmons, man. We keeping you in mind. We keeping you in our prayers. Definitely recover, man. Get back to us, bro. We can't keep losing legends like this, bro.
Nah.
It really is getting overwhelming, man.
Hey, let's come back so we can give you your flowers while you're here.
Absolutely, absolutely, man.
Yeah, give them flowers while they're here. That's something important, man.
Something important, right?
Give niggas they roses when they deserve their roses.
Right.
After they gone where they can't appreciate them shits.
We definitely have. I know that versus with him and Snoop was one of the. I feel like it was a great versus. I mean, and get ready for tomorrow's verses with Earth, Wind, and Fire and Osley Brothers. Yo. I hope y'all ready for some grown folk shit right now. That's about to happen tomorrow, boy.
I personally listen to a lot of old school music at work on my laptop in my office, bro. I like.
I'm excited, man.
Bro.
I'm excited for this verses, bro. It's gonna be some grown people, some grown folk shit.
Let me tell y'all something. Verses was something that helped COVID, helped this pandemic, helped you get through it, bro.
Talk about it, Blacc.
Verses.
Talk about it, Blacc.
Yo, how did you cope with COVID in the first place, the pandemic and all that?
Well, as we know, this past year was a crazy year. It was the pandemic,
Absolutely.
COVID. A lot of people, we lost a lot of people. It was effective in our family. Me personally, I caught COVID myself. I was one of the people that caught the vid. I had the vid, y'all. I had the vid.
My man had the vid.
I had the vid.
This is Rich expressing that he caught the vid from Blacc's family.
He keeps trying to say...
We're not getting into that right now.
Listen, we're not clear.
No, we're not clear as to where it came from.
All right, let's make this clear.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Make this clear.
We don't know.
What?
We don't know.
We don't know.
Because that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything.
Listen, I understand where you're coming from, Rich. I understand completely where you're coming from.
Can I say something though?
You can't. That doesn't mean anything.
I can't say something.
You can.
First of all, we got to explain to the people what we're even talking about.
Right. Let's explain that.
Let's make sure we let the people know.
I'm going to tell you why it doesn't count.
Blacc caught the vid around Thanksgiving. I caught the vid around Thanksgiving. Let me already say
that's peculiar. That's very strange.
That's COVID-19.
COVID-19.
Corona.
Right.
We all know.
Corona. All right, check it out.
Who got the Roni?
I hung out with my family, my nephews, my brother, everybody. Then I went to go hang out with Jay's family prior to going to Blacc's house. And lo and behold, after I get from Blacc's family's house, I get sick, and then they're gonna tell me,
and I didn't end up going to this function,
and you didn't get sick,
and I didn't get sick,
and nor did any of my family members. So clearly, it was not I.
But it's clear. Why that's not clear is because at the beginning of Corona, and Richard can also vouch for this. My girlfriend at the time, at the beginning of Corona, caught COVID also, and his mother caught COVID, and we were with them, and we didn't catch it then either. So you can't even go by that. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. And we're still,
you can't go by that.
Not to mention, I had a mask on.
I didn't have a mask on around my girl.
Listen, not to mention we're still learning about how this shit even transmits.
We don't even really know.
We don't even really freaking know.
So we don't know.
So then why y'all? Why did you and your people automatically assume it was me that gave it?
We just think it was you.
See, yo,
that's what we think.
You see how it ends? You see how it ends? Back up.
Blacc, that's the story, and he's sticking to it.
That's the story, and that's what we going with.
Yo, this is crazy.
Yo, this is hilarious.
You see how all that ended up going back to me being the culprit?
No, I'm just telling you.
Oh, we don't know about this, but we think it's you.
We thought it came from
we don't know if it was somewhere else. But what we do know is that we feel like it's you.
Jokes, no cap, a criteria to come to Thanksgiving and to come to my sister's baby shower was you had to get a COVID test. And everybody who was there presented their COVID tests.
Except for me.
And Rich didn't present a COVID test.
Nobody asked me for a COVID test.
We didn't. We didn't ask him for. We didn't ask him. I didn't.
Bro,
and that
Blacc was with me all week prior. All week, the entire week. Yo, this is crazy to me.
Y'all are turned up.
We don't know where it came from, but
yo, this nigga smoked blunts with me and all of that prior. Yo, matter of fact, while we were there on Thanksgiving, his sister's now fiance told us he just came off of a bid with the vid. With the vid. Ain't nobody blame this nigga. Get the fuck out of here.
Bid with the vid. You right. Yo.
That shit.
He actually caught it twice because he got it again after that. Because he had it again after that, which is fucking crazy.
That's crazy. Nah, but Blacc, like,
huh?
No, he didn't get it again. He probably went and got tested again and just said positive again. He didn't get no symptoms, right?
I don't even know.
Because after I got over it, after my quarantine, I still was positive for like a whole month after.
Yeah, no, I was positive for a little while after too.
You know what I mean?
Definitely was positive.
So he probably was just positive, but then did he have symptoms again?
I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't talk about that. Once I felt good, I was good.
Bro, I had a fever for 2 days.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
But
like,
on a more serious note.
Did you, Jerry? What about you? How did you guys come out with COVID?
So yo, thankfully, man. Listen, I'm knocking on wood. We did not have COVID. No, my wife, my family, we did not have to deal with it, except for my mother-in-law, who earlier on caught the vid. Definitely had the Rona. But you know, by that time she found out that she had it. We quarantined. You know, we were already in the process of not really talking to anybody. People. My wife was pregnant. Was pregnant at the time with twins, so we was on lockdown mode. Already, so it was honestly, you know, a time for us to, you know, kind of just reflect and just be with each other and just think about how we were going to deal with all this. And the anxiety, of course, was all at an all-time high. I'm pretty sure everybody. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I smoked the most out of in my entire life at that time. And drinking. I definitely my bar was empty every week. We had to get more alcohol.
Over COVID from March. No, from February, before they said the shutdown, to November, I gained 35 pounds, bro.
I gained 20.
I don't even know how many pounds I gained.
Like,
y'all niggas know how many pounds.
Because I went to the doctor. That's how I ended up finding out. Like, I was like, it was ridiculous.
Damn, but the stress is
personally, real. I'm okay with the weight I gained because I was frail daddy. Now when niggas see me in my hood, niggas
they like, oh, word?
Oh, you been in the gym? I'm like, yeah,
word?
Nigga.
You out here?
Yeah, I turned that COVID weight into something nice. You know what I mean?
But yeah, I did definitely gain a lot of weight during COVID. And I'm in the process of shaking it off right now.
Absolutely.
By the way, I want to explain to y'all, you're gonna get to know us better.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You're gonna get to know us better, but I want to explain to y'all right now that all three of us right here, we brothers in the sense. We're not actually family, but we're how we treat each other, how we move. We are brothers in a sense.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
I've known Blacc for over 14, 15 years. I've known Jerry for about 5 or 6 now. You know, and what's it called? And I just want to shoot that out there in case y'all hear us talking about each other, clowning on each other. Just understand.
It's what we do.
Yeah, it's what we do.
It's brother shit.
No lie.
That's what we do.
Jay's kind of new to certain stuff. Certain stuff we haven't done with Jay. The other day we went to the gym.
Yes.
The other day we went to the gym.
That was his first time experiencing.
That was his first time experiencing
playing basketball with.
And how competitive we are.
Yeah, anybody who knows when me and DP play basketball, we're going to be fucking mad at each other. Only way different is if I play a perfect game. Richard has to listen.
I have to play a perfect game.
Listen. But I respect it only because I was just like, yo, listen, at the end of the day, I knew I had to hustle more and do what I had to do, and we had to talk more. So as long as
it had nothing to do with you. It's personally just me and this nigga when we play ball.
But I saw the dynamic. I saw the dynamic of y'all just two going at each other, and I was like, yo,
that's when
they treat
ball.
This shit like it's game 6
out
here, and it's real, bro. I was like, yo,
I'm competitive.
Y'all niggas, this is Bulls and Knicks out here.
I'm competitive as hell. I don't like to lose at anything.
Yeah, me neither.
I just last week won the Hot Ones Challenge. Thank you. Shout out to that.
You should have seen the IG.
That serious?
Crying. This nigga's face looked like a faucet. yo, bro, dude,
nose running, everything.
Nose running.
But you got
I won. That's all that matters.
That's
all that matters to me.
On that, man.
Listen, I just gotta win. I don't care how I cross the finish line. I just gotta.
Yo, listen, I respect that, and we're competitive dudes, man. I respect it.
Cheat.
Oh damn.
Cheat if he has to.
Damn.
Yo.
Damn. Oh, we're gonna talk about it.
We're
gonna talk about it like that.
It's not cheating unless you get caught.
I'm not talking about relationship. See, I don't know what he's
talking about. No, I'm talking about. No. We're not talking about.
Y'all just touched on something crazy. Speaking on cheating, this dude Derek Jackson out here. So. You know what I mean? Yeah. I hope y'all not cheating like that out here, because
no. It's not even about people cheating like that. It's more about this dude. Yo, bro, talk about the kettle being black.
Yo. Yeah, definitely.
Bro, this nigga
100%. Fuck Derek Jackson. I'm gonna go out there. Honestly, let me tell you. No. Personally, let me tell you. No. Because this is personal.
Weights, bro. You gonna put us into some shit, bro?
He's 5'6" and I'm in the gym too, nigga. What he wanna do? What the fuck he wanna do? I don't care. That's not what I'm talking about.
Keep in mind, we do not promote violence here on this show. We do not promote violence.
He's been drinking.
Keep in mind, we do not promote violence here on this show.
This nigga got a red cup in his hand and he's finishing.
And he's been drinking.
Yeah.
He's 5'6". I'm in the gym too. What he wanna do?
What's up?
But that's not why I'm saying fuck. But before this even came out, I was fuck Derek Jackson. That's his name, Derek Jackson. That's his name.
Derek Jackson.
Yeah.
Because first of all,
yeah, Jackson with it.
If you know me, you know
he's different and shit.
If you know me, you know I fuck with Gilly the King, hard body. And I fuck with him. So one time Gilly made a video talking about something, and Derek Jackson commented on the video trying to clown him. And ever since that, I'm on some. And if I fuck with you, it's fuck everybody who's against you.
Right.
That's me. That's me personally. On every level. If I fuck with you, it's fuck everybody who's against you.
Right.
And that's just that. That's me, personally as a person. So, I wasn't fucking with him before this. So when this shit came out, I'm like, look at this motherfucker. I'm like, look at this nigga. Like, bro.
Yeah, no.
Come on.
Nah. For me, it was like, yo, this nigga, I've been feeling this nigga since I used to work at my old job with this nigga Blacc.
Yeah, now he's been making these videos for a while, man.
For a minute. And all I remember this nigga doing is, bro, clowning other dudes about shit that he's been doing. You know what I mean?
Clearly.
But that's not what gets me.
Yeah, you're right.
Cause I don't want, that happened about a week ago. What got me was his video.
The reaction video.
Critiquing himself. Bro, nothing.
My dude said he had a fight with Jesus, dude. No. Like, he's scrapped with Jesus. You heard him say this.
I didn't hear that.
My man said, y'all was mad at God. God was like, him and I was having some beef. I was like, what? I was like, this dude really bought he really brought Jesus into this whole situation of actions that he has done himself.
His best line to me during his critique video was, I know a lot of y'all might cut this dude off, but I'm not gonna cut him off. I think it was pretty honest.
Oh yeah, when he spoke of himself in third person.
Yo, bro, I said
that was crazy.
That's on you, bitch.
That's crazy. That was crazy. No, that was definitely crazy, man. No, my whole thing with Derek Jackson, that whole situation, at the end of the day, listen, I'm a married man. He's a married man. Mm-hmm. Like I looked at it from that perspective.
His wife is fucked.
My whole thing. Listen,
we're
gonna get to that. We're gonna get to.
What up?
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
This nigga's an asshole.
Yo, dead ass.
Sorry, Miss Jackson.
Yo, come on. Oh,
I am for real.
Listen, this is my take, and I'm gonna end it off after that. This is my whole take, and I'm gonna end it off after that. Let me get my shit across. So, the whole thing that he came up off of was the fact that he was saying what black men did and how he treats his woman and how shit like that goes down and this and that and the third. And that's where I always had a problem with Derek Jackson. Because I was saying to myself, every relationship has their issues,
100%.
bro. There is no relationship on earth that you can tell me is perfect. You can't convince me of that shit. So if I know I have problems, I've had problems, and I continuously have issues that I know I need to work on with my wife.
Not to the degree, yeah.
Right. I'm just talking about issues, nigga. Everybody has issues. If I have issues with I'm not gonna sit here and go on social media and paint this picture about myself and versus all the people who look like me. Right. How am I going to put down other black men on what they do? And I'm sitting here knowingly doing what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm getting off and getting, he's getting millions of followers. He's basically getting, he's getting followers. He's getting money. He's getting paid to tell you that you ain't shit.
You ain't shit.
Meanwhile, the whole time, this nigga ain't shit.
I seen the funniest meme. They said, so you mean to tell me all the videos in the car, he was either coming to or going to cheat?
Nah, the meme
that shit had me crying.
The meme I like was when he was like, yo, so when I bet y'all ladies, when y'all find out this nigga was 5'6", y'all was mad as hell. All these years y'all been taking all y'all relationship
for Tyler. Fuck out of here. Fuck that nigga.
Yeah. But honestly speaking though,
would that be copyright?
It's this what?
Would that be copyright infringement if I made a song called I'm Sorry Miss Jackson, but it's spelled Jackson?
You thinking about making that track?
You gonna have Outkast come after you for that shit. You gonna have listen, but at the same point,
Rich trying to get his wife.
Gentlemen, let's not forget.
Niggas are all worried about that bond.
In the same
was bad, yo.
Shorty
was right.
Nah, his wife?
Yeah,
his wife. Yo, she was cute. I don't know why they was clowning her. She was mad cute.
They was clowning the bonnet.
I like bonnets.
She was. I mean, she's definitely how my wife looks on the regular.
You see how she? That's how she look on. Exactly. That's how she look at home.
On the regular.
Exactly. Think about that,
chilling. But listen, it was really disrespectful that this man went on camera and tried to make it seem like she was with the shits, especially before they even seemed like they talked about.
She cheating too.
She fucking.
That's speculation. Keep in mind that speculation. We have nothing to deny or confirm that Miss Jackson is actually cheating.
She fucking. I don't know what Jerry's doing. This is not fucking CNN. I can say whatever the fuck I want.
I understand what you're saying,
yeah.
but listen, it's all speculation, brother. And we like to be as honest as we possibly can.
Allegedly.
All right. So you want me to say alleged? All right.
Thank you.
She's allegedly fucking. All right.
Thank you. That's all I needed. Right. Thank you. I'm good.
Miss Jackson, if you and I link up, I will no longer speak about this. I'm gonna actually stop. I'm gonna start defending this social shit.
You are, my nigga. You are. There is a line, and you are coming very close to it.
It's fine.
I respect that. But listen, at the end of the day, let's not. But listen, fellas, let's not forget. Let's not forget that there was a whole fucking case with Jada Pinkett Smith at the same time where she was involved. What was the word? Entanglement.
Man, get out of here with that
word. So at the end of the day, listen, if we're gonna clown Derek Jackson, let's make sure we put her in that same category, because women were quick. They were quick to forgive her and understand where she was coming from with that whole entanglement shit.
So we should forgive Derek Jackson after he clowned niggas.
I'm not forgiving Derek.
What? Jada Pinkett didn't go around clowning women for cheating. Jada Pinkett didn't go around clowning women for cheating.
You're right.
Derek Jackson shitting
You're
on
right,
niggas.
but she never acknowledged what she actually did as what she did.
That's a black issue. That's not a woman issue.
No, that's a woman issue.
That's a woman issue.
Women do not apologize.
Black people
Let's
in
talk
a whole.
about it.
Black
Keep in
people
mind.
in a whole don't really take up.
Yo, we are clipping so much right now. I don't know how to control this shit. It's okay. It's fine.
Black people in a whole don't. Black people in a whole don't. What's the word I'm looking for? They don't accept their flaws, their responsibility. Like
I don't agree.
They don't, bro.
I don't agree. Cause you know why? I know.
Need more drink.
I think he finished.
It's done.
Anyway, yeah. I don't agree. I personally feel like when it comes to, I accept most of my faults. Like, granted, in the heat of the moment, I may not. Say a basketball game or something like that. I may not admit to my faults or what I did wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm,
but in general, I like admitting to my faults because I like to fix shit. I like to work on shit. You know what I mean? Like, I was a person growing up where if I was scared of something, I'd go face it over and over until you defeated that. Until I defeated it. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just me personally. Like, so I don't think that's a black thing. But as far as a woman thing, I personally feel like it's so hard for women to admit when they've done something wrong. And the women that do that, kudos to you. I'm not saying that no woman can do it or anything like that. I just also feel like
I can respect that.
I could be more specific and giving examples, but I'm not going to right now because I don't want nobody hating me.
No. We're not gonna.
Yeah, we don't need to do all that, bro.
But on some shit like women in general, I personally feel like they it's like something in them that just can't admit to being wrong for certain stuff, and it's like, yo, no lie, doing that only makes me respect you more.
Being honest.
Being honest. You know what I mean? It makes me respect you more.
You are speaking pure facts.
It makes like to the point where it's like, all right, yo, I know Shorty gonna keep it real with me.
I hate stuff. That they don't. I feel like me personally, like when I'm dealing. All right, so just to get this out there, because I don't think we spoke about this. Jerry's married. Me and Rich are single. Yeah. We come from different dynamics. I'm recently out of relationship. Rich has been single
for about 3 years.
For about 3 years now.
2 years. I'm sorry, 2 years.
2 years. He's been single for about 2 years. I'm recently out of relationship, but
yo, Siri, holla at me. You know. Yeah, I wanted to say her name. Yes, I did. Go ahead, continue.
Wow, that's crazy. All right, he did.
In fact, oh shit.
Yeah.
Where's my phone? Where's my phone?
All right, so he's shouting out names. Whatever. All right, well, I'm not even gonna.
Your man is bold. He's doing what he got to do out here.
So yeah, you know, we're just out of relationship. I'm just out of relationship. Rich has been single for a little while. Jerry's married. This is the dynamic of our show. Is three men we've been through relationships.
Absolutely.
We know how it goes. So you know.
And
we're talking from a perspective, right?
And I want to also add to the aspect the fact that we're also growing into adulthood At 33, I feel like I'm wrong. We are adults.
We're adults.
That's not what I'm saying. I think growing into adulthood, like as far as becoming wiser.
Oh, absolutely.
Learning never stops.
Learning never stops.
Learning is forever.
Absolutely.
So we're fully adults. I'm about to be 34 in a couple months. You know.
Right.
So that's not what I mean. I'm also
Next month.
You
talk about a couple of months.
A couple of weeks. A couple of weeks.
Oh my
man said in a couple of months. I was like, wait a minute.
A couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks. Right?
This old fuck right here.
Anyway, but now on some shit, I wanna express that like I've noticed that a lot has changed in my life in recent times as far as the things that I find interesting and like the things that like pique my interest like that I'm like super into politics now. I'm super into like
it's called growth, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like
it's called growth.
Politics. Ooh, that's a topic. I don't mean to cut you off, but the topic of politics. Let's talk about this weirdo.
We're gonna be here for a while doing this.
No. We're gonna touch on this for a minute.
We're gonna touch on this weirdo. We gotta touch on this fucking weirdo.
This perv, bro.
I'm gonna say something. What's wrong with these people that want to fuck kids?
Weirdos.
No, that is a very serious question. I really want to know what is it that you find as an interest sexually with a person with a child whose mind hasn't even fully developed into understanding what it is that you're fucking trying to convey to this human being. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense.
Some of these people, they have kids.
Yeah.
And they do this fuck shit.
It's crazy to me. You know what it is though? I feel like for me, from what I'm seeing, I'm on the outside looking in, and I feel like it's a society of people who feel like they are dominant and they are above other human beings because they're able to get into that type of shit. And it's the whole mentality of them being able to do it versus other people who aren't. And it's usually virginity and all that stuff has always been something was sacred with young, and you know what I'm saying. Like it goes back to our fucking roots with the cleaner a woman is, the purer or whatever the case may be, the younger, which means we're the first human beings, we're the first men touching these these women or whatever the case may be. So it goes.
So what's
you're not thinking about it as an evolutionary standpoint.
So what's your take on pedophiles and
No, you said it right. I'm just saying pedophilia.
Yeah, pedophiles and rapists. Like, do you want to help them or do you want to exterminate them?
Yeah, let me tell y'all something that's crazy.
You don't want to help them. You want to get them out of here.
Get them out of here.
Let me tell y'all something that's crazy though. Like we've probably in our lifetime even come across even a cousin or an uncle that says some crazy shit that's always been thinking some crazy shit, and we ain't even recognize that that's what it was, bro.
Hey, yo,
I'm saying I know in my culture,
if they ever put their hands on any kids, bro, fire.
At this point, but I remember being young. And my parents come from Haiti. I have a Haitian background, and I remember. And now that I'm thinking about it, I was like, I remember when I was 16, hanging out with going to a family function, hanging around other 16, 17-year-old girl.
Yo, and finish what you said.
And all the older dudes would seek out all the chicks my age that was my cousins and shit, and dance with them and be inappropriate in the way that they were interacting with these children. And these were grown men. And I remember, now that I think about it, I've seen that shit happen in my lifetime.
I've seen some,
you know what I'm saying?
I've seen some creeps, not in my family.
And that's some creep shit. That's some creep shit.
I've seen some creep shit at certain barbecues and stuff like that from certain people.
Do some wild shit.
Like I said, well, personally, I didn't have a lot of family growing up. It was always a lot of family friends. You know what I mean? For me, personally. And, because a lot of my family was in Haiti. By the way, shout out to my Haitians, Zoes.
Hey.
Yes. The two of them are Zoes.
Yo, bro, nobody needs you to break it down.
Right? Nobody needs your Batman, Jamaican ting.
The two of them are Zoes.
So where you from? You from Portmore?
I am a Jamaican. I'm not from
Spanish.
Yeah. He had the patois accent. He never used that shit really though.
My man is from Spanish town.
When that shit come out, that nigga sound like he in Shatters the movie.
He'll be like, yo, bone cheese with a blow clock.
How are y'all do?
I was born here, but I am definitely full bred, 100%. Jamaican. 110%.
Jamaica.
This nigga called me the most light skin. He the one looking in the camera the most.
Green. Because I'm talking about
dead serious though.
Hold on.
He's dead serious.
Green, gold, and black, nigga. That's me, nigga. You know.
Blue, red.
Well, and the arms, nigga. You see the coat of arms, nigga. Pow, pow, pow.
Nah, listen. No, dead serious. We've been together since independence, my dude. So it's, you know what I mean?
Jamaican and Haitians, you know what I'm saying?
Keep in mind that
first nation that got its own independence was Jamaicans and Haitians coming together.
In mind.
That's why they don't want us together right now.
Keep
that in mind.
That it's pure facts that my man Rich just said just now.
My right hand homie right here, Blacc. That's my book, man. I'm the two sons of Detroit.
So what does that make me, man?
Yeah, that makes you Dessalines.
I'm Dessalines.
You see the spot after you, the young one. You the next generation.
Yeah, you right. You right. I'm Dessalines.
Unfortunately, though, everybody kills you afterwards.
Yeah, and I know.
Ignorant niggas.
It happens, bro. I mean, take a look at our country now, bro. It's a whole lot of ignorance and shit going on, man. It's crazy.
Jamaica doing good for themselves. You know?
But that's
But nah. I just wanted to touch back on that Matt Gaetz situation.
Yeah.
This nigga went on Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, no, well, he's
listen,
this human being.
Wait.
Not even. I'm not gonna even give him the benefit of calling it. Fuck that. Matt Gaetz.
No, I want to say Tucker Carlson.
You my nigga. I don't fuck with that, dude.
Bro, check this out. Tucker Carlson. This nigga Matt Gaetz getting accused of pedophilia.
This dude, Matt Gaetz, bro.
This dude. Whatever.
Weirdo.
Fuck that.
All right. This dude Matt Gaetz getting accused of all this shit with a 17-year-old, right? He gonna go on say I'm being accused of pedophilia and I go on your show.
Right.
So I can speak my truth, right?
Right.
And I go, yo, I never went on any dates with no 17-year-old or anything like that. And I never took no trips with no 17-year-old or nothing like that. As a matter of fact, yo, Blacc, I'm on your show right now. I'm not the only nigga on camera who's ever been accused of rape. Like I'm not the only one who's ever been accused of sexual assault. You remember you've been falsely accused as well. And then you
he said it's a Tucker.
He said it's Tucker. Tucker goes, that was somebody who was mentally disturbed, and I don't want to call anything else he's talking about. Then Matt Gaetz goes, yo, bro, you remember the time we went to dinner, me, you, and your wife?
Oh, yo, you dead ass?
He implicated this nigga's whole family into the crime, my nigga.
Yo.
So now, they're literally witnesses now.
Right. They could call him up.
He was on TV and said, yo, you remember the time I went to dinner? You should recall. Yeah, after he cut the interview and goes, I don't recall any of that situation.
Yo, Republicans are something else, man. Yo, they are something else, man, for real, boy.
Oh, my God.
They are something entirely different,
You know what I like? For all the people, because we have some Black Republican friends.
Absolutely, yeah.
And to my Black Republican friends, I have one in particular that I knew since college, but I became closer with him after becoming tighter with Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
And this Black Republican friend, very forward thinking man, very intelligent. I've spoken to this man many times, and I told him, yo, the Republican Party that you want is not the Republican Party that it is no more. Mm-hmm. It's not what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And I've tried to express to him how much racism there is in this new party, and how ignorant this new party is because it's been taken over by a bunch of Trumpsters.
Both parties.
But AOC and a lot of I don't think the level of ignorance.
I'm not talking about the progressives.
I'm not talking about the hypocrisy. I'm talking about the ignorance. There's ignorance in the Republican Party.
Okay.
Because racism, all of that is ignorance. You know what I mean? And no lie, being a Black Republican to me is contradictory in itself. Like it being is contradictory. Because I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
Because the party that is Republican the Republican Party right now, bro, is literally the white nationalist party. Straight up.
Okay.
Bro, as a Black Republican, how do you feel about the laws that they just passed in Georgia? Where you know that these laws are passed to prevent your own people from voting.
Understandable.
That shows you that these people are out for you. Mm-hmm. Minorities. Plain and simple.
Here's me playing devil's advocate.
Okay.
For a little bit.
Let me hear this.
Because at the end of the day, this is what I feel like I understand where
where Black Republicans are coming from. Democrats, to me, are no better, right? There are definitely people
AOCs.
as you said, the AOCs, the Bernie Sanders, that are progressive and forward thinking.
Katie Porter, gotta shout her out because she crushing niggas.
I'm just saying. At the end of the day, even in the Democratic Party itself, there are people who are progressive thinking, and there are people who are, again, Democrats who honestly just think right borderline
With
along
the
the Republicans.
Republicans,
They're with the Republicans. They're part of that entire idealism. So at the end of the day, it's the same thing with the Republican Party. At the end of the day, their understanding of the Republican Party is a completely different understanding than what it has become. That doesn't mean that they don't. I understand that how you can group them together. How can you can associate them with each other? Because again, they are Republicans at the end of the day. But there are Republicans who are way more progressive than even us that exist. Yes, there are. And if you don't understand that, then you're closing yourself off to it. You're closing yourself off to it. You're closing yourself off to it. There are because I know that there are. I know that for me, for me personally, I have a lot of conservative ideas.
Right.
I'm conservative when it comes to guns. I'm progressive when it comes to abortion. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's very different.
So you okay with niggas carrying around AKs and M16s?
I'm okay with me being able to protect myself. I'm not saying AKs.
I'm okay with that.
I'm not right.
I'm
right.
I'm okay with that, but I'm not okay.
And the fact that we live in New York, we can't really do that right now. So I'm Republican in the fact that I want to be able to protect myself even in the state that I currently live, because I feel like it's not safe.
I think every state should have laws like New York for guns. I think if that,
well, that's crazy.
Because there's still gun murders in New York.
So you thinking that they should have this? Because New York, because to get a gun in New York, bro,
it's not a joke.
Not an easy.
Exactly.
It's not an easy
there
thing.
You go. Which is why stricter gun laws will lead to less of the. How often do you hear that these mass shootings happen in New York?
Not a lot.
There you go. There's a reason for that. Not because niggas don't have guns. Not because niggas don't have guns. But niggas know.
That's
Niggas
what I'm
who
saying.
have guns,
We're talking
they're like,
about.
yo, I'm gonna be smart with this gun. I'm gonna body a nigga. I'm gonna body a nigga.
Again, we're talking
with
about
reason and
mass
sense.
shootings versus being just able to have a.
You can protect yourself in New York. If you want a gun, you're gonna get a gun, bro.
Not on the island,
hard,
maybe.
Bro.
Yeah, not in New York City.
Especially if you're not a homeowner.
First of all, we live in Long Island, bro. We don't live in New York City.
I'm just saying.
You're getting a gun. You're getting a gun in Long Island.
Yes, absolutely.
You're not getting a handgun.
No,
exactly. You're not getting a handgun.
You're getting
You
a
could get a
shotty,
shotgun.
bro.
You could get a
But
shot.
that's
Right.
the gun you just said you're against, because you could get a shot.
No, I didn't say I'm against
No.
automatic rifles.
I
bro.
could get an AR-15 quicker than I could get a handgun, being from New York.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But
those are the guns that
pure
we're gonna get.
Once again,
Pure fact.
in New York, you're gonna use that shit with sense for some. Yo, bro, there's been years of. When's the last time you heard of a automatic rifle being used in murders in New York like that?
New York is just one of the smartest states. We're not just out here trying to shoot. We're not trying to turn this shit into the.
Even Cali got murdered with ARs, bro.
Because those other states.
Pretty much a lot of
everywhere else but New York, niggas.
I kind of feel like
nobody's walking around with choppers in New York, bodying niggas like that. Nigga, matter of fact, New York probably got more handguns than everywhere else. New York, because we conceal our shits.
Because that's the only. It's hard to get a gun in New York. It's hard.
I mean, I'm not saying everybody got legal handguns in New York. I'm just saying niggas got handguns in New York. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Basic. All I'm saying is that, listen, at the end of the day, there's really no particular party that I can say I can be a part of wholly. There's just, whether it's Democrats, whether it's Republicans, whatever it is. Yeah, at the end of the day, I have a little bit of each of those ideals. And I reject a whole bunch of the other shit that they get involved with, and there's no party for that. You get what I'm saying?
But that's why I said to P, bro, start your own shit. Why is it that we're forced and confined into two parties? Why?
We're not.
Yo, no lie. No lie.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not.
There's other parties. We're not.
Two parties control. I mean, but the two parties control the game
because we let them. Yo, bro.
Not because we let them.
Yes, we let them because, bro, a bunch of old people were following the rules of a bunch of old people who made rules way back in the day, and that's why racism even continued. Because we're letting old people influence our thought process for the new age.
I completely agree with that. Absolutely.
Why the fuck is Joe Biden president?
Right.
Who does he? What population does he represent? That shit makes no fucking sense to me.
That's something I actually had a conversation with an older person.
Why do
was I don't understand. I was like, I don't understand
after
why.
Obama, there should have never been a president over 70 or 60 running for president.
I was like, I don't understand why the president has to be over what there's
like, over 60 years old.
No, you have to be over 30. 40?
No, 30. No, you have to be like 32 or 36.
35, I think.
No. It was 35, 36, I think. You have to be like 36 or some shit like that.
36? Let me see. We got to look it up. But there's a certain.
I thought it was 40. I thought it was 40.
There's a certain age that you can't be over. That you can't be younger than that to be a president.
Right.
And not to say, I kind of agree. You don't want a 20-year-old.
No, of course not.
You know what I mean? But I kind of do feel like the president. Like I feel like there should be levels to this shit. Like it shouldn't be.
Right.
We shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be based on. For me. It shouldn't be based on age.
35. Like,
35?
Right, 35.
It shouldn't necessarily be. I respect the 35, but it shouldn't. You should be in. You should like run up the ranks and definitely have a history of what it is that you represent.
I don't agree with that.
Before you,
no, that's too much. No,
I mean you can't just come to the game.
Yeah, because once you're in the system,
once you're in the
system. You start getting corrupt off the ladder.
As you climb the ladder,
I personally feel like they say.
And that's the reason why we need to.
I feel like the candidate to be president should be like they say. It could be any fucking body. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be, you have to have money to be able to become president because you need to be. Especially with the internet nowadays.
I disagree.
Especially with the internet nowadays, there's so many ways to get out there and advertise for yourself.
I don't think it should be one. I don't think it should be the president.
It should be a throne.
No, I feel like it should. I feel like it should be like a president. No, like a presidential council. That's actually a good word. Like
a parliament kind of
like
deal?
Keep the mayors and the governors and the senators and all of that. But the president, it shouldn't just be one. It shouldn't just be Biden. It should be Biden, and then he has a VP, but not just her. It should be a president that's dealing with age brackets. You know what I mean? Like you dealing with this. Now this dude, who also has a word with it,
like there's a senior council.
He's 20. He's 30. He's 30, and he's dealing with the 24s to the 30-year-olds. Like he's in that. He's dealing with those because he can relate to those. Biden can't relate to me
at all.
I see what I see.
And one, he's super white,
super old. Super old. You can't relate to me, and you're not from nothing I came from.
Yeah,
you can't relate to me.
You're from fucking. Where's he from?
Delaware.
Scranton. Yeah, Scranton. No, not Delaware. Pennsylvania.
No, wherever the fuck he's from. That doesn't even matter.
Scranton,
but that's the thing. You can't.
Nah, listen, man.
You can't fully relate.
That's a whole system that young folks are looking to dismantle even right now. There's people working.
That's why people like AOC are so powerful, bro. But on some shit. After this, I want to get off the politics shit.
Yeah, we're about to double.
But I do want to say like, I personally, the idea I came up with, besides just the simple fact of people should just be able to use the internet as your platform and advertise for yourself. Like I've had ideas where I feel like the whole situation, like J. Cole said, where you vote on your phone. Like granted, they worry about hacking and all that and everything. Granted, it's not hard to get to a system where that can be
a cryptic system.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Whatever, encrypted, yeah, like you said, you know what I mean? Like, so whatever it may be.
Right. Control where your taxes go.
Whatever it may be. All that stuff. Like, I like
so I can stop funding these damn wars, man.
As far as the council.
I'm tired of funding these wars, man.
I felt would be best for the country, the council should include every
age bracket.
Every ethnic group.
And it gotta be age too, bro.
And as far as age, you have to be within the age of 35 and 60. Like after that, after you get over that age, after 60, you're basically a senior citizen. I know this is 65.
All right, 35 and 60. So what about the 24 to the 30 range?
The 24 to the 30 range. It's not that you're not gonna be affected, bro. It's not that like we have to be realistic in what we're doing.
We are.
We have to be realistic.
They're talking about lowering the voting age to 16.
You know what I mean?
We are being realistic.
All right.
If you're telling me an 18-year-old.
An 18-year-old
could buy cigarettes
and go to war and all that.
And go to war. So you're telling me I could die, but I can't help be a part of running? That's bullshit, bro.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
That's bullshit.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
You know what I mean?
That's where you run into.
So we can't say we gotta be realistic because that's the real.
When I say realistic, I'm also meaning in the sense that
everyone individually can't be represented. Because if that's the case, then it's gonna get down to people who are disabled. Who's representing me? And you know what I mean? So it's not like that. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying when I say realism. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying at all. I
understand what you're saying.
I'm just saying it's gonna be to the point where it's gonna be like, who's representing me? I have to have it in a broader sense. Like between 35 and 60, you're coherent. You're not thinking as an old person anymore. You're just thinking as a person who's experienced in taxes. You're still working. You're still employed between the ages of 35 and 60. You're still an employed person who experienced having to go to work and pay bills and taxes and all that. You get what I'm saying? After 60 and shit like that, you start living off of what you worked on all your life. So now, in your mind, you're focused on preserving things like, oh, I made all this money, I want to preserve this.
Right.
Oh, compared to, nah, I need to get this certain shit done for my kids and all that. Between the ages of 35 and 60, I feel like you're thinking about your kids, all that in that time. Compared to when you're 60 years, just a grandparent. And you know what I'm saying? So now, if we had it in a sense where everybody was represented in the sense that we have an Asian, not Chinese, Indian, but just an Asian representative, Caribbean representative, America, when I say America, a white American representative.
It starts to get a little tricky because you can't say Caribbean representative.
That's what I was just saying.
You know what I mean? Because then it's the Jamaicans
that's what I was just
and Trinis. No. Caribbean representative?
Because you're going to say Caribbeans. And even, let's say we say Caribbeans and we get the Jamaicans and the Trinis and the Guyanese. No, not the Guyanese. We got the Jamaicans and the...
Why not the Guyanese?
No, I'm sorry. Excuse me. I didn't mean to say it like that. No, because I'm making a point. Like, we got the Jamaicans, the Haitians, the Bajans, who are in the Caribbean to agree with it. Are we considering the Virgin Island people Caribbeans too?
If it's in the Caribbean, no.
If it's Caribbean.
So they're Caribbean too.
Yeah.
They're a different Caribbean from that.
And then... You're talking about the Virgin Islands.
And then...
Probably.
I am. And I'm talking about the British Virgin Islands too. And then we got to think about the I guess the British Virgin Islands. But then we got to think about the Guyanese, the Guyanese Americans. They're gonna be like, oh, we're different from the Caribbean.
I mean, granted,
think about how like our thought process is messed up that way anyway.
Wait.
Because it should honestly just be like what works for us.
Yes, the Caribbean.
Like, yeah, I mean, like it really gets a little trickier when we start to go, right. Jamaican, when we all know we came from Africa, when we all know we came. I mean, like, we all got very similar.
A black representative.
You know what I wouldn't, and let me tell you something why that wouldn't work. Because you got to think about it. In the black culture alone, there's gangs. There's the Bloods, but then in the Bloods, there's 150 sets.
Right.
Like they can't even all agree on we're just the Bloods.
Right.
Nah,
they had to.
Y'all the East Side Bloods. We're the West Side Bloods.
No, what I mean.
Y'all wear spinners in your car.
Exactly. No, seriously.
We ride on 20.
That's why
it's the same thing with the Crips
It gets tricky. It makes it easier to just be like human race or just one people. Just, I mean, just like much like the Jamaican.
Clearly, that's
one
why
out of many, one people. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I personally feel like governments don't last. Most governments, granted, this was an experiment, and it seems as though it's not been doing too well in the past 2-3 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? This whole democracy stuff that we've been doing for the past
has been doing well
years.
since its inception.
Yeah.
To be honest with you,
as far as black people,
especially for fucking,
especially for us, boy.
I mean? But on some shit, I'm over this whole politics shit. No, honestly,
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, that's serious. I told y'all we was gonna be on here for a little bit, and we could go on forever, boy.
Because that shit is nuts.
It's all crazy.
Like I said, just edit some of that shit out. We don't need the whole politics.
Man, we'll definitely always get back to it at some point. I feel like it'll always pop up.
It'll come up again.
Yo, by the way, I wanted to say shout out to Kid Bully, my boy Blacc. I don't want any hoodies on right now.
Nice boy.
Put that shit in the camera, you can see that.
As 21, we out here, you know what I mean?
Listen, keep in mind that we are a podcast that is going to be promoting black everything. Just saying.
Not just black, but especially black.
Especially black. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we are. That's what we are. That's what we represent.
That's what it is, man. We definitely got to make sure we uplift our own. We are going to always be supporting our own. So again, Listen, shout out to Kid Bully doing your thing, man. Shout out to
any other brand that's out here. Y'all got a pop-up shop. We will show up.
Absolutely.
We'll buy merch. We will have it on the podcast.
We will wear it on this podcast.
Absolutely.
100%.
We are all about the love, man. If you have any
events coming up and you want to come on the podcast, please do.
Come through.
You know what I mean? We'll have you here. We'll interview you. Let us know what's going on. We'll put it out there. We'll do what we have to do to get the word out. As long as you get the word out about us and everything like that. It's a win-win situation. You feel me?
For real.
Yeah.
For real, fellas. So yeah, man.
What's going on? Another note, like I personally want to say something about the IG that I wanted to say for a very long time.
Your Instagram is a liar. Your Instagram is a liar.
But I do want to say that I've been experiencing a lot of situations with women as a single young black man who's doing this thing, you know.
Talk about it.
Gainfully employed, you know. And you know, that's the wink right there, you know. But on some shit, like I do want to say that it seems as though women, like I've literally had a woman come here and chill with me. Things happened, and afterwards, when the woman was leaving, she said to me, "Hey, do you want me to hang out a little longer or whatnot?" And I was like, I mean, you spent the night, like, I kind of got work and stuff to do. She's like, oh, when? I was like, much later. She's like, so I want to get my nails done. But I want to still be around.
This is a good one.
I usually go to the nail salon by my house in Queens, but there's a nail salon right at the corner of your block. I can get my nails done here, so that way we can keep chilling for the day. In all honesty, I was done chilling with her since last night.
Of course.
After I got to doing what I got to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cause
what else?
If I wanted somebody to sleep over, I'd have a girlfriend. Just to be honest.
Duh.
You know
Talk about it.
But not to go off on another topic. Why don't you like your own fucking bed? Please, yo. I've never understand. Yo, bro, what are you talking about? People who want to...
What are you talking about?
Let me tell you.
Your own bed is nice, but if your own bed is alone, then your own bed is not as good as being on a bed with someone else, my dude.
Not true, because my bed...
I love my bed.
My bed right now, for the past 3 years, has been amazing. You know, yo, bro.
And when you get to the stage where you have your bed with your best friend... It will be something that's like even more amazing. All right? I just want to tell you that shit. Nah, listen, I'm not even just saying. I'm not even dead ass.
When you share that bed with your best friend,
that shit is.
It's just different.
It's popping, boy. It's popping, and it's not. I mean, it's not always. I'm not gonna sit here and act like this shit is all fucking. I mean, butterflies and daisies and shit.
Me and Rich not talking about sharing the bed with your best friend. Of course, when we get to that level, we will absolutely.
I've had girlfriends. I know.
All right, and you will think about the fact that you thought it was better to be alone on your bed.
We're talking about the sneaky links. Like after we link. Go home.
But listen, that's on y'all. To be for me personally, I think that's on y'all.
You should want to go home.
Listen, the rules in the contract were not clearly stated before things were signed the night before. That's me personally. That's what I'm saying.
I'm about to tell my secrets.
Yeah, you was about to.
Don't do all that. But you must have not clearly stated your motherfucking rules of engagement. Before shit went down,
because you don't want to be an asshole. You don't want to be an asshole.
You say motherfucking.
I'm just saying. Like it wasn't the right time for me to say.
I understand what you're saying, but to speak on that is because I want you to want to go home.
Yeah, it's off.
Understandable.
I don't, especially if I like chilling with you,
right?
Or if the sex is good and everything like that,
right? I
don't. Me telling you that makes you feel uncomfortable.
I don't want that.
But listen, you do understand this, but smashing is completely different for a dude than it is for a chick. I do know that.
I get all that, but
all right, okay.
Is it in 2021 though?
You're right.
Hold on.
You're right.
Hold on.
You're right.
But check it out. It is different as far as certain shit. But granted, the type of guy I am, I've had conversations with women before.
Okay. So which is what I promote.
We fully understand that this is not leading to a relationship. If that's what the situation is.
Right.
I'm not the type. I'm not talking about dudes who lie in front to chicks. I'm talking about dudes who keep it funky. And
No. Sneaky links.
Like, yo, what's good?
Keep it about.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not ready for a relationship and nothing like that. But I'm trying to see what you about.
if you're not with it, I totally understand. We can be cool. Blah, 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 blah. That's fine. You know what I mean? Or whatever you say to them to get in their pants. As long as you're not,
I'm with you.
As long as you're honest and not, don't be like, yeah, I'm looking for a girlfriend when you know you're not.
That's different.
That's fucked up.
That's
different.
A dickhead.
That's different. And what comes from that is different. But if I tell you that, if you tell me we're linking on some shit like, yeah, we're gonna drink some liquor, smoke some weed, and cool out, watch some Netflix, and get it popping. Why are you trying to sleep over my house?
I don't get it.
Why? You don't.
I don't get it.
Yo, bro.
Yeah. Yo, it's. Listen, at the end of the day,
bro, it doesn't make sense, Jerry.
At the end of the day, I completely understand where you're coming from. I completely understand where you're coming from, and I'm not saying you're wrong at all. You are. I think you're right in your understanding of why it does. It's not an understanding. A mutual understing that
why they don't want to go home.
After we do what we gotta do.
I love my dude. That's why I said
you gotta go in your own way.
I love my bed.
But listen, when it comes down to it, there is some kind of even if y'all talk about whatever y'all talk about, there is a connection that happens when there is sex and intimacy involved that changes chemically in the brain, something for women and for men, but it's different for us, right? So where I could just be like, yo, after Lil Wayne said it, after I nut, like I'm ready to, I mean, like I'm on my, we going. It's not, it might not be the same.
Yo,
for the opposite sex.
Keep it a buck.
So you have to understand
this
that's
this is gonna sound fucked up.
I mean, listen, keep it a buck.
90% of the time, if it wasn't my shorty, after I nutted, I be feeling like, why is this bitch here? I swear to God, like right after, and it's bad, bro.
You know what it is? Huh? It's the same thing that happens after you watch porn and bust a nut. You watching porn, you masturbate, you busting out, and you're like, oh my God, who watches this disgusting shit? This shit is horrible.
I'm telling you, bro, like 90% of the time,
disgusting.
Dog, you ever finish watching a porn video after you nutted? Never. That's it.
Nope.
Never.
Even if you was halfway through that shit.
I might lock my phone.
All right, back to my anime.
Yeah.
I go
back to my Jujutsu Kaisen.
Sleep disgusted with myself.
Yeah, no lie on some shit.
No, but no, go to your point. Yeah, back to your point. Back to
my original story. That was off topic.
Yeah, it was. That we definitely went on tangent.
If you had the conversation and that guy's not gonna be your boyfriend and it's a fuck.
Go home.
Love your bed.
Go home.
Buy an expensive one.
Go home
and love that shit.
Get a big ass pillow top. Go home.
And you know what? I'm not even lying to you. When you go home, that ain't gonna be like, damn, she left kind of fast.
Mm-hmm.
Next time you're gonna be like, yo, you don't want to watch a movie?
Mm-hmm.
I promise you.
He might ask you if you want to chill a little bit longer.
I promise you. Just because of the fact that you was on something like, yeah, I got my.
I'm going home.
You hit him with the welp, like Deion Cole said. Welp, you ready to take a bitch home? Oh yeah. I guess so.
Now you right. You are You are absolutely right. I've been out the game for a bit, so I can't really speak to these terms nowadays.
Go home.
But you know what I mean.
Go home till somebody asks you to stay. But
I honestly feel like now the type of person I am would still want to chill, bro.
Jerry,
That's the crazy
I don't
thing.
want to lose what DP what Rich just said. Go home until you're asked to stay.
Yes.
Until when you're about to leave, he asks you what you're doing. Nah, just chill.
That's
go
when you know.
home.
Yes, that's when you know.
Go home.
Listen,
at least get up.
You're hearing it from.
Make the attempt.
Yeah, make the attempt.
You're hearing it.
Go home.
First, here, exclusive.
This nigga Black Ranger see the
You're hearing it from here. You're hearing it from here.
My nigga, go home, my nigga.
Yo, all right. But on some shit to my original story.
Listen, me personally, I enjoy the cuddle. Enjoy a little body to body.
You chill for a second.
I enjoy a little body to body.
It's the staying over.
Right.
Yo, bro, I don't sleep.
Overstaying your welcome.
When you're not my girlfriend, I don't. For all you ladies, I don't. If you care about my sleep, I don't sleep when you stay over if you're not my girlfriend.
That's a fact.
I don't sleep. For that night, I don't go to sleep. I promise you.
You can't rest.
I just can't. I can't rest. If you're not
you
my
don't
girlfriend,
feel at ease,
or we're not at a stage where it's like we're super connected like that, I don't feel at ease. It's just honesty. Honestly, it makes me wonder, how are you able to sleep?
Why are you sleeping so
Why
good?
Why are you so comfortable? What the fuck? What you like?
Yo, no bullshit. One time, bro. No bullshit. No bullshit, bro. One time, bro.
I was about to say this.
One time. This is recently, dog.
No, not recently. It's been like a couple years. Like maybe a year or two.
What story am I to
You about to talk about when you said this chick is homeless? That chick is homeless. When I said
Nah, not about you. I wasn't talking about you. I'm talking about a personal story. No, not about you. Not about you. This is a personal story. This is recent.
That story's sad.
This is recent. Like,